Well, here in the U.S., there's major economic news tonight. The Federal Reserve today raised its benchmark short-term interest rate by a quarter point. That is the first rate hike since 2018, and more are expected this year. This will mean higher loan rates for most consumers and businesses who are already struggling with inflation. Tonight, CBS's Errol Barnett reports on how record-high fuel prices are stalling the trucking industry.
It digs into your profit. You know what I mean? I mean, a whole lot.
Tonight, while most Americans are gasping at gas prices, truckers are dealing with diesel.
$815 to fill up the truck.
What cost less than $4 per gallon last month has jumped to a record high above $5, slamming small transport companies.
Well, if prices stay this way, a lot of people will be out of business.
William Lytle says the cost of filling his truck, which can hold up to 200 gallons, means profits have evaporated. Japjit Singh recently purchased a second truck, which he now cannot afford.
Whatever I earn, I just putting it on the truck and the drivers.
The steep prices are trickling down through the economy. More than 70% of freight is transported via truck. Now, fuel surcharges are increasingly affecting the prices of everything, from groceries to building supplies. And it is a major contributor to inflation.
Big fleets, small fleets, they all use diesel. Nearly everything when we go to a store or buy it online, all of that comes on a truck. That means I think all of us as consumers can expect higher prices generally.
Diesel desperation is likely behind gas theft, reported in California and Texas.
They had a trapdoor in their vehicle. They would put a hose down there and suck it out with the pump.
Now, here in Virginia, you can see that diesel prices are above $5 per gallon. Out west in California, it is above $6. All of that really adds up. And despite regular gas prices stabilizing this week, analysts we've spoken with, Nora, expect diesel prices to continue to creep higher.
You really put it into perspective. Errol Barnett, thank you.
Shalom. All praise to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Peace and salutation, brother. Hopefully pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Alright, this video here is stagflation. Okay, it's going into another economic lesson here. Okay, so I was looking up this term stagflation. Alright, and I was thinking about, we can tell that what's going on with these gas prices, these fuel prices, and all these things is manufactured, because if you notice, the regular gas is going down. As a matter of fact, the one not too far from me, it got up to $4.29 a gallon, and now it's down to $3.89 within a week. All right. You know, you tell they manipulating numbers. But you see how I put in the opening video how it's affecting these truckers. Okay. Now if you notice, although that the regular gas has subsided or plateaued or, you know, gone down or, you know, whatever, you notice that diesel has not. Diesel's still up. Okay. And it's a reason behind that. So I want to get into this term stagflation here. Okay, so from the chart there, you see stagflation is basically an economic growth, or salaki, is an economic plateau or an economic decline with the increase of inflation. Okay, so you're not growing economically, or you're declining economically, but inflation is still going up. The prices of things are still going up. This is stagflation. Okay, it's becoming either stagnant while it's still inflating. All right, which I'm gonna get this definition here too. All right, it's from the freedictionary.com for stagflation. And it says sluggish economic growth coupled with a high rate of inflation and unemployment. Yeah, I forgot to bring out that unemployment too. All right, so your economy is not growing, or in this case of Babylon the Great, is actually declining, and your prices of goods are going up, you know, due to inflation and hyperinflation that we're going into, and coupled with unemployment. Now, let's see if we get another one just to see what it says. Stagflation economics, a situation in which inflation is combined with stagnant or falling output and employment. Okay, so like I said, your prices are good going up. Your economic growth is either plateaued or going down. Plus unemployment is going up. Now we're gonna hit up some numbers here to look at these unemployment rates. All right, this is the official site where they go into the unemployment. Now we're gonna look at some of these numbers here and catch E and A lies. All right, so I'm gonna start here in 2020. You see, January is at 3.6, February at 3.5, March 4.4, April, which we know that after March was when the lockdowns and shutdowns went out, in 2020 and March, or after March of 2020. So going into April, you're looking at what the unemployment rate was then. It says 14.8. Okay. And as the year progressed on, 13.3, 11.1, 10.2, 8.4, you see that it's going down, it's declining. So that means that the unemployment rates are going down and the employment rates are going up. Okay, all the way to December, and then into 2021, you see it's at 6.3 for January, 6.2 for February, 6.0 for March. All right, and it's steady declining all the way back down to 3.8 for up until February. Okay, now obviously we're in the month of March right now, so obviously the March data has not come out. That's not going to come out till April. Okay, but the point that I'm bringing is the fact that they're lying. Okay, and this is how you know. Now, think about this. In 2020, between the years of 2020 and 2021, there were especially a lot of these small businesses that couldn't stand, that they end up shutting down, going out of business, different things like that. All those jobs are gone. Okay, so how do you get back to 2019 unemployment rates prior to the demic? I'm just gonna say the demic. How do you get back to those rates when those jobs are not there? A lot of those jobs aren't there. A lot of people are still unemployed. You see what I'm saying? These numbers are inflated. It's, they're trying to keep you from worrying or and all that. But like I said, stagflation. Okay, this economy is going down. Babylon the Great. As a matter of fact, Babylon the Great, American Babylon the Great has gotten to its highest point. It got to its peak. Okay, it got to its peak. We're on the decline. We've been on the decline for a while, but we're definitely on the decline of that now. Okay, so there is no going back. Okay, once you're on the decline or once you're running downhill, you can't just stop and go back uphill. It don't work like that. Okay, same thing with inflation. Now, just think about this. Name me one time in history where inflation has turned around. Well, when I say inflation, I'm not talking about the fluctuating price of oil, the fluctuating gas prices. I'm talking about the prices of goods and services. They only go up. They do not go down. Okay, when you think about from the 90s, okay, to the 80s, to the 70s, the 60s, the 50s, the 40s, the 30s, the 20s, all the way on back down to the World War I period and prior to it, and even before then, the prices of things have constantly gone up. They never go back down. We're never going to go back to paying 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents a gallon for gas. We're never going to go back down to paying 25 cents for a loaf of bread. You're never going to go back down to paying 10 cents for a quart or a gallon of milk. That's never going to happen. Okay, that's why I said those rates never go down. When inflation happens, inflation always goes up. Now, the span of time that it takes for it to go, it takes so many years, but because of the printing of the money, Okay, the adding of more fiat currency into circulation, the stimulus checks, the business bailouts, all these different things have added on or have devalued our currency. So thus, raising the price of goods, or not raising the price of goods, but devaluing the purchasing power of our currency. All right. So with that being said, let's get this here. This is Haggai chapter 1. Is it Haggai chapter 1 verse 6? All right. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Think about it. We work hard. They've been trying to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour, and it has passed in like some of the northern states, or the out west, or things like that. It didn't pass for down here in the south, because they ain't go out for that. But think about this though. They may have passed it to make minimum wage $15 an hour, but shit, inflation done took that. Or even give these people these raises on these jobs. Inflation is taking that. Okay, now by them increasing the amount of money that you're making, it devalues or it decreases the purchasing power of that money. So now you need more of that currency in order to purchase the same things. All right. Haggai 1:6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. Exactly. If you take a bag, cut a hole in the bottom of it, put something in there, see what happens. It's gonna drop right through on the floor. Put something else in there, it's gonna drop right through on the floor. Put a third item in there, it's gonna drop right through on the floor. Okay, it's a never-ending cycle. You're gonna put something in there, it's gonna drop out. You're gonna pick it up, put it in, drop it out. Pick it up, put it in, drop it out. This is that hamster wheel that they have us on here. They want us constantly working till we die. Okay, your wages are literally put into a bag with holes. You get your money, you pay your bills, and you're broke. You might get you a couple of things, some shoes, some socks, some clothes, or get you a little something to eat, some little extra something to eat. After that, you're broke. You wait until your next paycheck, then you get that, pay your bills, you broke. Like that's how we live here. Okay, most families here in America, Babylon the Great, live paycheck to paycheck. All right, don't let anybody fool you. If they especially the average Jake, if they tell you that they balling and all, they lying to you. Let them miss one or two paychecks from work. Think about it. All of us, damn near all of us, are literally one or two paychecks from being homeless. You see what I'm saying? That's not a way to live. That means we're literally working to live and living to work. All right. But check this out though. But this is what they're doing here. Let's see. It is Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 8. Okay, by them printing the money and trying to, open these things back up, trying to get the economy back up and going. They say they're trying to curb or keep inflation down, all these different things that they're saying. Let's check out what it says in Jeremiah. It's Jeremiah 51 and 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. All right. So they want to, the balm is that healing ointment, but it's not going to be so. Check this out, 59, Salaki 51 and 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country, for a judgment reaches unto heaven, and lifted up even to the skies. All right. So Babylon is not going to be healed. Okay. So we deal with prophecy. All right. Because I hear from people all the time, oh, this didn't happen before. Gas prices done went up. Food prices have gone up before. Job losses have happened, unemployment. They always go back to talking about the 2008 crisis, what happened in 2008 and all that stuff. But no, okay, we're in an unprecedented time. We're seeing things that we've never seen before. They're talking about the CBDC, the central bank digital currency. All right, we on the cusp of the MOT to the capital B. We're on the cusp of that charagma. Like, come on now, this is something. This is something new. This stuff ain't happened before. All right. So although it may look like everything is going back to normal, as they say, but that's just peace and safety. But what did it say afterwards? After peace, they shall say peace and safety, but sudden destruction cometh upon them. You see that? All right. So let's get let's see. This is James chapter 5 verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. All right, all this money that they put into, all this work that is corrupted. Okay, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. That's easily makers. Okay, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. All right, meaning this place is gonna burn with fire. Okay, all the money, all the Federal Reserve notes that are put in here, it ain't gonna mean shit. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, we're the laborers who reap down the fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth. All right, we crying out to our power, Yahweh Shem Shai. And the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. All right, that's the Lord of armies, Lord of hosts. Okay, and what is he gonna do? He's going to live. He's going to come and save his elect. All right, verse 5. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton, and ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. All right, they live deliciously off the backs of our people. Okay, off the backs of Israelites. Okay, now this is what's going to happen to them. All right, this is Job chapter 20 verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. All right, that's position of difficulty. STRAITS, not STRAIGTS. All right, positions of difficulty. Okay, why do you think they're trying so hard to push to get their agenda done? Because they know that they have but a short time. Because ultimately, the end goal is to push that MOTB. Okay, to have everybody charagma. All right. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him when he is about to fill his belly. All right. So he's eating. Okay. But he's not full yet. Okay. The Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So while he thinks that he's going to finish, he's going to complete his goal or his end goal, he's not going to. Lord's going to take him down. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. That's those nuclear missiles. All right. Let's see. We'll grab this scripture real quick too. This is Job chapter 14 verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. All right, he has his days are determined. Like I said, for he has a certain amount of time in which the Lord will allow him to rule, and he cannot go past that time. All right. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So he says that their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. But the Lord, our Lord Yahweh Shai says, no, I have an expiration date on your kingdom. And that expiration date is coming up. All right. So, call Lord Yahweh Shai Kakwadash. I hope you're edified. It's just a lesson to go in that. I just want to bring out that video and then on that stagflation and to show you that, hey, we ain't got long. Like I said, we just celebrate the Passover. You know, we all are in close to praying that this be the last one. Hey, you know, so we all send up them prayers for that. But like I said, I hope you were edified on that. Death to America, DTA. So, shalom.